Yeah. So as the quote unquote Black History Month comes to an end, it's never an end. It's a continuous cycle here. We are talking this week, we're talking the Black Entrepreneurial Knowledge Hub. It's an initiative brought to you by Dream Legacy Foundation, the Carleton University, and the federal government. And the OFC is proud to be one of the regional coordinators for the how do I call this? The interactions, the events, the workshops, the promotion throughout the province of Quebec. So I'm really excited. We're going to be deep diving today, talking more about what this initiative is about, how it could benefit the community, and how you all could get involved today on the Empower Hour.
I think this is me. Welcome to the Empower Hour. We bring power to the people because the people have the power. This squad's going to entertain, enlighten, and empower y'all. I'm Queen Kaya, joined by Pharaoh Hammond Freeman and Gina the Great. But before we do anything else, like always, we're going to bless this show and our kings and queens listening.
Blessed melanated rising, my people. I am so grateful to life. I'm grateful to God, our creator, and I'm grateful to our ancestors for creating another opportunity for us to be able to be on here today. And I just ask that today's show, let it be very uplifting, let it be very enlightening, let it be, most importantly, let it be empowering for all the kings and the queens and the gods and goddesses who are out there and who are tuned in. And I'm just calling that spirit of love, light, unity, strength, great health, wealth, and joy to each and every one of our listeners. Hotep, amen, and ashe. With that, guys, let's transition into another amazing Parlay with the People. We're going to deep dive. We're going to be talking Black Entrepreneurial Knowledge Hub. We're just talking about all the benefits of the program, what the workshops are going to be about, how it's going to empower, and how it's going to uplift our community. Let's go.
Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people, y'all.
All right, beautiful people. So we are back. So like I had discussed at the beginning of the show, I want to take some time just to introduce you all to this exceptional organization that we're working with, that has an awesome initiative that's happening right now. We're going to take just a couple of moments to share with you guys. For those who might not know, I am speaking about BEKH. BEKH is the Black Entrepreneurship Knowledge Hub. Now, their mandate is very simple. Their objective is to come out into the community, connect with the businesses, the organizations, find out what the needs are within the community, create the programs and workshops to help empower. What I really like about this organization is that their approach is really to work from what we consider the inside out. So instead of coming up with programs and initiatives and telling you guys this is what is for you, they're setting it up where they want to hear from you, and once they hear from you, they want to assess the needs and provide specifically for your needs. I think that's an exceptional way of going about things, and I'm happy that the OFC has an opportunity to collaborate with them. So BEKH is a federally funded initiative under the leadership of the Dream Legacy Foundation, and the academic partner is Carleton University in Ottawa. And they have regional hubs throughout the entire country. The OFC is responsible for the province of Quebec. So what we are going to be doing is hosting a series of workshops for the community, and this is based off of some of the needs that we have already some of the needs that have already been identified throughout the community. So first and foremost, we're going to be hosting a workshop on March 16th. You guys mark your calendars, entrepreneurs and business owners. You are invited. We are inviting you out to come out en grand nombre, like they say, so to come out in large numbers. The workshop on the 16th is all about communication. We're going to be connecting with, first of all, we're going to be blessed to have our brother Fimo Mitchell, who is certified in nonviolent communication. I just want to take a couple of moments just to share why we felt communication was important. So within the community, we have a goal to circulate the dollar at least a dozen times before it leaves, right? And as you guys know, that a lot of us, well, the stigma is not the stigma. Let's just be real. Right now, they speak about it that the dollar does not circulate enough within the community, and we want to increase that. I'm not going to say any numbers because I'm past that. I don't want to talk about what was. I only want to talk about what is and what's going to be. So we're modeling a concept very similar to, we could call it the Jewish community, where the dollar circulates at least 8-9 times before it leaves. Now, for that to work within the community, we need to have a certain level of accountability to each other, a certain level of trust, respect, a desire to build within the community. But all those things can't work without communication. So what we have found within the OFC community is that we will spend time sending clients to different businesses within the community, sometimes even organizations. And then they'll come back to us, sometimes to let us know that whether it be the service or the products, it wasn't at par. It wasn't what they had expected. So we decided to take some time to educate the community on how to communicate, because for us to be able to create wealth within the community, we want to be able to send the clients to you, and we need for you to be able to retain the clients. Being able to retain the clients, you're able to grow. So that client will come back and that client will bring friends. And that's how real wealth will be created. Because we all know, like, it could happen that whatever, maybe if somebody comes to the store, the product is not, you don't have the product, or or for whatever reason the product is just not on point. But if you know how to properly communicate with the client, give them an experience, make them feel warm and fuzzy, I could tell you that person will come back. They will come back and they will bring friends. But again, if we don't address it at the root, we won't be able to grow. The other thing we need to start doing as a community is, even as consumers, we need to learn how to properly engage and communicate with our entrepreneurs, right? It's not a one-sided thing. I do not believe in the concept of the client is always right. So the client has the right to do whatever they feel, talk to us in any kind of way. I don't believe in that. I believe respect is given in both ways. And one of the things that we're encouraging within the OFC, so when you join the OFC, you have a profile. On your profile, we're setting it up so that the members can review and rate the experience, and it's on both sides. So individuals will be rated as well as the business owners. But what we're doing is we want to educate even the individuals in the community on how to leave proper feedback. We like to call it feed forward, but how you can leave constructive feedback, feed forward, and how you can use the words to edify an individual. Again, the idea, we don't want you to sugarcoat. Okay, so the idea is not to always say everything is awesome when it's not, but it's, if we're genuine about the desire to build each other up, to support each other, then the reality is we're going to need to make a little bit of an effort in how we communicate so that the message is well received. I remember I used to have an argument with one of my boys that who insisted on telling me stories in a long drawn out manner, where I would tell him, look, if you're trying to explain something to me, just get to the point. I actually don't need the whole story. But he persisted in telling me, well, this is how he likes to express himself. Well, I told him, look, that's awesome for you, but if your goal is to get me to understand something, then it's best that you communicate in the way that I will receive it, not in the way that you want to say it. And that is our goal for this communication workshop, is that we could all leave with something to empower us, to give us the tools necessary to be able to uplift our community and grow as a community. So that is we're looking forward to that. So that's happening March 16th. We're going to be hosting it at the UNIA. That's a Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We will be feeding you all. So definitely reach out to the OFC to participate. You could call us 514-651-4545. You could send a text or WhatsApp, or you can even send us an email at ofcwecare@gmail.com. And it'll be our pleasure to connect with you, to register you, and to have you participate in this workshop. The other two workshops we're going to be doing, so this is going to be on March 24th and March 25th. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, a couple of months ago, It was at the beginning of the year. We had a coach named Jarvis Gray, Atlanta-based coach that we had on air with us. It was exceptional. We hosted a workshop with him where he shared some nuggets that honestly, the amount of positive feedback we got from all the business owners that participated, it was exceptional, super exciting. So, guys, we are bringing him to Montreal. It's going to be awesome. So this is an in-person workshop with our very own Jarvis Gray. So the Friday, so that's again hosting at UNIA. The Friday is going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And this is going to be what we're calling it the icebreaker to the weekend. It's going to be a power networking session for business owners to come out to connect. For those who have the opportunity to take part in the OFC business team meetings, it's going to be basically like an OFC business team meeting on steroids. So it's because basically the entrepreneurs, you're going to be able to have an opportunity to come join us, share about your business, let people know who you are. But more importantly, let us know about your challenges. So this is a powwow where everybody's coming together to share. What are your challenges? What are the things you're trying to accomplish with your business? What are your visions? What are your goals for your business? And then as a collective, as they say, it takes a village. So as a community, as a collective, we're all going to pour into you, help you, give you information, give you context, give you resources, help to build you up there. And it's going to be awesome because we're going to have a collective of organizations who are that are also going to be present, who are there to serve. And then we have the one and only Jarvis Gray that's also going to be on site to help, to steer, to guide, and to provide awesome information. Last but very far from least, on March 25th, this is an all-day event. We're going from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We are going to be deep diving, where we're going to be addressing a dozen topics that we're taking you from the beginning in terms of what you need as an entrepreneur to be able to set up and walking you through the processes and how to scale your business, how to optimize your business. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, I have to tell you, I have had the opportunity of connecting with Brother Jarvis. And we've had a couple of workshops, and I could tell you that the tips and the tricks that he's given us just for the OFC in itself has changed the structure of the organization. We're seeing results that we've never seen before. This is exceptional. So, and that's why we felt it was important to bring this brother here to be able to connect with the community, to be able to teach you all, to be able to empower you all, and help you all to scale. Because the goal is, it's funner when we all get to the top. You understand what I mean? So it's not a matter of the OFC having all the knowledge and the resources and, and us excelling on our own. That is not what the goal is here. The goal is, as something is good for us and we're able to see the value and the benefits, it is to share it with you all in terms of members of our community. And we're really proud to be able to do that. We're also going to be setting up for childcare. So for parents who want to come out, you'll be invited and welcome to bring your children. We're going to be able to cater to them. You're going to be fed throughout the day. As we get closer to the dates, I'll be giving shout outs to our caterers that are going to be on site and sharing what they're going to be providing in terms of meals. And guys, the event, there is no cost. But I want to explain that properly, because there is a cost to hosting the event, but the cost is being offset by the OFC and by the BEKH organization. So we're extremely happy to be able to create this opportunity for members of the community. We're encouraging you all to be able to come out. This is something that we're going to continue to speak about over the next coming weeks. So definitely, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out, send us messages, emails, texts, whatever be the case, but get on the list. One thing I do have to say is that the spaces are limited. So do not hesitate. I think at most we could host is 50 people. So please do not hesitate. Just get yourself on the list. Reach out to us ASAP so we can reserve a space for you. It's going to be exceptional. You'll be glad that you took part. And this is an event that is exclusively in person. Funny enough, in the past we have had the events have been virtual, where we've created opportunities for you to be able to join us online. In this particular case, these are in-person events. All right, so we definitely want you to come out and come participate. We're looking forward to hearing from you. And guys, this is it. This is what I wanted to share with you guys concerning the Black Ecosystem Knowledge Hub. There'll be more talk about it. We'll continue to promote and let you guys know what's coming down the pipeline. Let's take a quick positive cause just to shout out our homegirls, Kemba and Andrea from Keen Real Estate Group. Whenever you're thinking real estate, whenever you're thinking investments, whenever you're thinking about planning for the long term, think Keen Real Estate Group. They're generating wealth for generations. KeenGroup.ca. If your goal is to purchase a car and to make the process as simple as possible, just get a car broker, guys. You just get a car broker. Big shout out to our homeboy, Hamsdale Jacques, the owner of HJCourtierAuto.com. That's HJCourtierAuto.com. If you're a small to medium-sized business and you're getting started and you're ready to go to that next level, what do you need? You need a phone line and you need a website. Think Mainstream Digicom. They got all your telecommunication needs checked. MainstreamDigicom.com. You're trying to get out on the web. You're trying to understand how to navigate through ads. Check out Java Logics for all your marketing, your digital marketing. Where would we be without Preston? I don't even know. Check out Java Logics. I give thanks to Preston for what he's done for the OFC. The amount of positive reviews we've gotten from all his referrals, we're proud to stand behind his work. Check out javalogics.com. No, it's not just because he's my brother. It's because you can't talk hip-hop in Montreal without saying M City Solo. Guys, check out his latest project, In My Fields, available on mcitysolo.com. If it's not one of the hardest new EPs to hit Montreal, come and let me know. You already know. It's your boy, Pharaoh, bigging up mcitysolo.com. Keeping the culture alive. I gotta give thanks to West Can Folk Performing Company. For the last 40 years plus, they've been promoting our culture through song, drum, and dance, educating youth, the children, the seniors. Just check them out, westcanfolk.com.
Girl, what are you cooking?
My curry chicken.
Ooh, you're burning it.
Oh, gosh, it looks so...
It's okay, girl. You need the Curry House. They have the best Caribbean food in town. 2 locations in Montreal, West Island, and Côte-Neige. For more information, follow Caribbean Curry House, MTL. Don't forget to mention the Empower Hour for your 10% discount.
So, who placed in the order?
Me.
DeVito, WizKid, Burna Boy. Those are just some of the big names that's blessed Montreal thanks to Afrobeats Montreal. Definitely check out Afrobeats MTL for all concerts, show listings, everything that has to do with Afrobeats in the city. Check out Afrobeats MTL. One full circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. What does that mean? We're here for each other. But for now, guys, I'm going to share a clip which is a perfect summary of my week, and it's a continuation of what I was talking about last week. And it's with our boy Bobby Hemmett. Actually, I'm sorry for being. It's with our boy Bobby Hemmett. All right, it's a couple of minutes long, but it gives context, and then we'll we won't deep dive too much into it. I'll talk lightly on it, and we'll dive into the show. But I got to share this because it's a perfect summary of just where I feel we're at as a people, as a community. We're in that time now. Let me turn this up.
In consciousness, we're basically teaching to the converted now. It's not going to be too many other people that you got to come out, because it's not a movement. This is the key now. And we must stress this as we go on closer and closer into the apocalypse, or going to the end of the apocalypse. And we'll explain that too. This is not a movement whereas you got to go out and saying, you got to get the masses. So the reason why you don't think anything is going on, because you see the masses is all messed up. The whole key is you can't wake up 80 million people in the United States. Now, when I say that, we're talking about 40 to 60 million black people, and we're talking about closely 80 million people when you talk about the black Hispanics that don't know that they're black, and the black Native Americans, there's some of them that still don't know that they're black. You see what I'm saying? And also you got a white element of that also too. You can't wake up, if you tried to wake up 80 million people, that means that you'll be here till the year 4000 And you still have about 3 million people that you woke up. It don't go like that, but we'll explain the metaphysical concept on what does occur. But the only ones that need to understand what's going on is the ones that's woke up now. Now, let me explain this again. What do I mean by that? The reason why you are woke, because some incarnation passed in the past history, a couple of thousand years ago, you said we're going into a hibernation. You see what I'm saying? You say, okay, we've been on this world for a couple of thousand millions of years. Now it's time for us to go through the metamorphosis stage where we go to a higher realm, back to the godhood. Now, at that particular time, you said, well, you actually gave this planet up. You see what I'm saying? You outgrew it and you gave it to the cracker. That's why he's still out there looking for trees and National Geographic and searching for all this kind of stuff and always exploring, because he's a baby. So you said, I'm going to wake up one day and I'm going to retake my planet, but it's going to be on a greater level than what you think this physical shit where you got all the damn automobiles and the cars and up in some corporate office with some suit on. You said, I'm going to wake up. So you encoded or decoded within yourself a timer to go off on which you would wake up into the future. So you set your timer to go off that would wake you up into the future. And that's why a lot of you are being woke. You are coming alive, or you are waking up, or you are already woke. It's just a matter, you know, when you wake, if you woke, somebody moved you into a new damn house while you were sleeping, you still got to learn the damn house and shit. You know what I'm saying? Something you still find out where the bathroom is. The key is you are woke, and the process of being awake is to stumble through the maze. You got it? But you set the timer on when you was going to wake up. You understand where I'm coming from? Now, the other people, they haven't woke up yet, but if those people set their time to wake up at 11 o'clock, and you woke up at 6, I'll be damned if I set my timer to wake up at 11. You understand where I'm coming from? And you come up in there at 6 o'clock trying to wake my behind up. I'm going to be pissed off. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why you are catching resistance from the masses is because they haven't set their timers to wake up yet. There are some people that's woke, but they're searching. And that's why you can come and give a brother the knowledge. They got it the first day. And they own it. They can understand it. Then you can have a person, they can go to all the meetings. They can go to all the things based on a social thing, and they still can't bear witness to nothing. Still dead. That means that all the learning, they still the nigga that they were in 1980s. So what you got is two different dimensions. You must understand. This is the physical world that is a hologram. But if you was to open yourselves up, the ones that are somehow interested in this knowledge, and see another person that's rejecting this, you would find out that you will have a semi-dim light that's came on. And those people's light is still dormant. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why you can't tell is because you're looking with these two eyes, which is a cheat. This is an illusion. It only submits things which a series of events that do not exist. So the difference between you and the other brother and sister is they are more dormant. Their light is still off. It don't mean that they're negative. It's just that everybody don't wake up the same time. You understand what I'm saying? Every morning. So based on nature and based on cycles, everything don't just come along the same time. Some flowers bloom before the other flowers. You understand the concept and what we're dealing with here? So now the key is we're talking about timers going on, and don't make a difference how much you go and holler in their face. They're going to reject it for the simple fact they're in another dimension. They're somewhere in the 1980s. And like I said before, you got Negroes that don't even have a clue. I mean, they be good people. You know, they pull down $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year. You know, they got the nice clothes on, and these people, these good people, some of these people got your back. They won't shit you. You can always depend on them. You understand what I'm saying? But they're still good, dead people. I mean, these people got your back up until the time when you start talking that crazy shit. You understand? You know the concept? And then all of a sudden they lose it. That is because if you are hollering or if you are just speaking to a person, and that person is not woke up, that's like you coming in a damn room and saying, "Get up!" That'll scare the hell out of somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So what it is a piercing noise, not actually based on the range of your voice, but the things that you are saying, they do not compute. So therefore, when they use logic and rationale, it does not compute with them. because they are still using logic and rationale, which is only for the physical, mundane laws of the world. You understand what's going on here? So we must understand these particular things on what we're dealing with here. Most of you are in consciousness.
But it is the time, guys. Like, I'm really grateful for this clip. Actually, it was Tammy T that dropped it on me, because it spoke to exactly where we are on the planet and the times that we're in right now. And it was something that, even the term, when we say grand rising, it's beyond the individuals waking up. It's the rising of our consciousness. It's the waking up of our spirits. Like, we're like, people who resonate with that term, it's like they're vibrating, they're waking up in terms of their consciousness. And it's really liberating, uplifting, and exciting now, I could even say, to know that when I'm speaking to those who are ready to hear it. Like those who have been looking for it, those who are just
that the timer. Yo, he said that, and that just was like, oh my gosh, I get it. I had a conversation with my god sister the other day, actually, and she said to me, she said, you see this stuff that's going on and stuff now. She was like, look, you told us from the beginning, but we were not ready to hear you. And now look. She was like, I thought about this the other day, and that's what she called me to say to me.
Yeah.
You tried to tell us this, and we waited for the people to start to say it themselves on the news. She was like, but you were telling us. She was like, you remember everybody was talking about, oh yeah, and Kaya's crazy. And look, she's fanatic for it. And now they're talking about it on the news. She was like, and I realized, she was like, yesterday, and I said, I'm going to call my god sister and say this to her. And she said to me, you told us this, but we were not ready to hear you. That means that their timers were just not set. Exactly. There's going to come a time where they all understand, and then they become aware. Yeah. But it depends on their timer. When you have your timer set,
that's exactly. It's like, yo, at this point in life, and the thing is, like he hit on so many key things that it's just that we know, and it's like that we've been resonating on, and just the fact that, and you have said it, like, God will always put us through different circumstances to help us to level up. So now, picture, like, we're going through it right now. So we basically consciously put ourselves to sleep to go through this quote unquote hardship as this, like, we wanted to experience life from the bottom, so to speak. But guys, like, so now knowing that we're waking up from this and going back into our godhood is like, that was a perfect term, because it's not
wanting to, because we didn't put ourselves to sleep. They put us to sleep many years ago. They put our genetic code to sleep. A lot of us, not all of us.
But who's they?
Well,
you made a conscious decision when you came to.
That's it. It was. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that, like, when we speak about, the atrocities that happen, and not to say, because slavery was not the beginning of it. However, it had such a detrimental effect on the bloodline that 400 years later, or it still is affecting us. Those of us that were never touched by chains or whips, a lot of us are still affected. This is what happens to the timer. I think that's what the timer actually is. How long it takes for the brainwashing to wear off. And it was done to us. And it's part of why white people still do the things that they used to do back then, but they just use different names for it. And because they are affected by the things that they did to us also.
But I have to, and I'm glad we're going into this, and not to super deep dive people. You guys know this is the Empower Hour, but yes. It's I have a different perspective to give, because when you say they did it to us, you take our power away, because no one could do anything to us. Like, we're the gods. We gave our power away.
Now we are reclaiming that power.
That's
now
it. It's not even. Exactly. Like, for us, we're looking at it like, basically, we're on the top of the planet. We're doing anything we want. Like, we're time traveling. We're creating life. We've created like a whole other species out of ourselves. Like, so we're like, okay, now what? Now let's see what it's like to live life from the other side. So we consciously put ourselves to sleep. Now, what the reality of what it is that when the lesser melanated beings, the Europe, however you want to call them, when they acknowledge the fact that, okay, wait, so the beings that were actually the most dominant on the planet, they've actually gone to sleep. We could actually see that. We could see that they're no longer functioning in their same capacity. Now we have an opportunity to take over. And like they've left all these books, they've left all this information. If we could destroy their history, there's a chance they might not remember who they were. And so, and yes, they did tell us that, like to guard the earth, but bun that, we're going to try to take it over and we're going to try to capture them and we're going to try to we're just going to exploit. So for us, it was like they did what was in their nature to do, because technically we grafted them out of ourselves. So if we are complete love and light and peace, it's only natural they're going to be our polar opposites and just rain havoc on the planet, which is what they've been doing. But it's been actually a short period of time that they've been doing this. It's just in our perspective, we feel it's been long. So now with understanding and looking at the big picture, it's like, okay, so wait. And they knew that there'd be a time that we're going to wake up. It's inevitable. It's been documented. So everything that's happening now is that scramble to try to fight it. And I could tell you what's been vibrating in my spirit is that there's a collective of the entities that are here on the planet that know that the game is done. So they're preparing, they're packing up. That's why there's a lot of talk of going into space and this and the third. They're like, yo, we got to get out of here before they fully wake up, because it's like when they wake up and they're like, yo, what did you guys do to the planet this whole time? Like, yo, what?
Listen, they done made plans to get off of Earth when we wake up. They're like, listen,
that's what it is. But
that's why they say that what they fear what they did to us, we would do to them. They like, where they can't catch us? On Mars.
Right. So they're trying to, but that's what it is. But then there's a set of them that they still feel that, you know what, if we beat them down and we do whatever, then there's a chance that we're gonna win. But the reality is, guys, like, we are the gods of the earth. Like, it's not a hard thing for us. So it's rare. Like, those who are still feeling like you need to fight the system, or you need to, like, to rebel, or it's them against us, you're still in a certain level of unconsciousness. Those who are more conscious, guys, we're just in a time to build. We're wide awake. Awake, and we're more powerful.
Mm-hmm. I'm very glad you said that, because like, and this is me hearing certain things from my ears, because the whole we gotta fight narrative doesn't suit me. Because to me, it's like it's the conundrum of saying a war for peace. That's not war. Like, you can't go to war for peace.
Right.
That doesn't work.
Right.
So like, when you're saying like, oh, we gotta fight, we gotta attack. No, we gotta heal, we gotta build.
We have to understand, heal, and build.
And when you do that on a solid foundation, the wolf can huff and puff, but it won't blow your house down.
It can't.
Yes.
Because otherwise, those who are just there, just fear mongering, and then also just like just putting that fear in, like, oh, they're after us. You're building on straws.
That's it.
You're building on shaky ground because you're scared. You're building out of fear, as opposed to out of power. So I'm always very I'm very curated with the information that comes to me, because I always have to discern, as like, are you telling me something that is creating fear in me? Because if it is, I have to shut that down immediately. Because, and it may not be that person's intention, but if it sparks fear in you, then you got to shut that down, and you got to rearrange your mindset to continue building on solid foundation, as opposed to building with straw.
Yes.
I definitely wanted to put that out there, because I mean, some people might hear this and that might spark, they might hear what was said, because everything too is it's not what's said, sometimes it's how it's said. And me, I'm not a very big proponent of when something's yelled at me, I can't absorb it. It's a shutdown situation, because I feel it's aggressive, and I don't deal with aggression very well towards me. But somebody else might need to hear it that way, and that won't spark fear in them, or it won't spark that stuff. It sparks it gives them motivation. Whereas for me, I'm more of a come to me from a scholar perspective and give me things like, let's talk about this and let's break it down, and I work from there. And it could be the exact same message. It just is how you deliver it.
I
which is
feel
why
the word of the day right now is those who have ears, let them hear. Yes, because it's like it's the time. It's exciting, guys. No, you're going to be hearing more of this kind of talk from me, just because this is the time that we're in, and I'm glad that, like, I used to wonder how to get the message across, and now that I know I'm actually speaking to those who are here to hear it, it's a whole different energy, because it's like it's all love for everybody. It's just that I know that it's not like my responsibility is not to try to convince anybody. It's not to it yeah, that's really what it is. It's not to convince, it's not to wake anybody up. It's really, there's a nation of us out there who are awoken, and it's just for us to build and be that example, and just come back in our likeness, which is our godness, right? And which is our connection with the all. And with that, guys, our next phase is to evolve into becoming these superhumans. So I'm really excited for it. Thank you for taking this time and listening. This has been a different type of parlay with the people, because well, you're just parlaying with me and I'm parlaying with you guys. All right, guys. So this is it. So again, I thank you all for just continuing to do what you do, supporting the OFC, supporting the Empower Hour. We're glad to be at your service, and just don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything from us. Peace and much love.
Kings and queens, this was the Empower Hour with Pharaoh Freeman, Queen Kaya, and Gina the Great. We are on live every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. and broadcasting Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. on CKUT 90.3 FM. Hopefully you got your dose of entertainment, enlightenment, and empowerment. Subscribe and watch us on empowermtl.com and email us at empowermtl@gmail.com to anonymously be featured on our What's the Tea Mail segment. Stay blessed, black, and highly favored.